What's up guys, Mega Leader here back with another episode of Mechanical Mastery Plus. I'm going to get you caught up with what I did between the episodes, and we're going to make some progress today to our next tier of essence. Let's get started. Okay, so I automated bituminous sand. We needed this to be able to get crude oil, which then gets processed into heavy and light oil, and these machines are kind of slow. They're getting a little bit backed up. One of the byproducts, we've got sand, bitumen, and tar. The bitumen is going into the pyrolyzer to be turned into coke and more tar. And then we're smelting, or we're induction smelting, we're alloying silicon and coke. And I've got a little slot seal in here. This is pretty cool. Prevents the slot from being used. Useful machines with multiple input slots. So this induction smelter was pulling in other items, so I put an item filter on it, and then we can filter that here. The oils, the light oil and the heavy oil, are what get processed to be able to make the refined fuel. So I've got a fluid drawer here with max storage upgrades to be able to buy that, or to be able not to buy it but to store it. But we can buy it in the, there's a lot of refined things. We can buy this once we get to tier 4, and it's only $10 per 1,000 millibuckets, I think, or that might be one bucket. Let's go ahead and check that. 20,000. But once we are in the next stage, we'll be able to buy that stuff because we'll have a whole lot more money. So here are the byproducts. The induction smelter is making these graphite bars. The graphite bars, we need to be able to make the reactor casings and a lot of the things from the Extreme Reactors mod. So I've got a bunch of that getting stored up here. I did have to put extra pyrolyzers out to be able to process all the bitumen, because these, I had one down originally back here, and then I added a second one down, and that wasn't enough. But it looks like 4 is going to be more than enough to process. So if I had that one here, this one, is this one upgraded? This one is upgraded. They are all fully upgraded. It looks like that would probably be enough because these two here are empty. And these, so this is a weird thing. You can see up there at the top, or even looking at here, our energy is fluctuating. So these energy pipes will actually pull out energy from machines that should not have energy pulled out of them. So if you end up putting an upgrade, like let's say like this one here has an upgrade, and on the energy you would have to turn that off. Hey guys, just a quick note, remember any likes, subscribes, comments are super appreciated, and they help the algorithm push the video out to more people. I want to be able to grow the channel and get more and more eyes on the channel, hopefully being able to make this part of my income and being able to get videos out more regularly. So please like, subscribe, and any comments about anything that you liked, disliked, or any suggestions you might have, or even questions are much appreciated. Thanks so much. I also added in new automations here for our basic and regular mechanical essence. We're gonna automate our improved mechanical essence today and working on getting our inert advanced mechanical essence. I set up these automations. These are different from what we had downstairs. I've got an induction smelter here, just cranking out nickel and brass. We've got steel being produced here, along with quartz dust, the brass rods, the Invar gears, and all that's getting crafted up and stored in here. And I've got a drawer controller just connected. What I did was set up an ME interface just to stock all of these items, and then I'm using the pretty pipes here to pull and process all of these. So in addition to those, we needed steel for those gears, and instead of processing steel, I went ahead and set up a buyer just to buy it. I mean, it's the steel ingot. It costs 2,000 per ingot, but it's totally fine. You can see up at the top there, we are still gaining on money. Actually, we're not gaining on money because I disconnected our interface and our export bus. So now we're not making any of these resources. Nothing's getting processed here. We do have some extra steel dust getting processed, but this steel isn't going anywhere. I suppose I could take those out. We picked up a bunch of levels from that. But all of these are now redundant. So I'll end up moving these, this drawer and this drawer so that we have access to them. And The other thing that I'm going to do today is get this re-hooked up. I do have it actually set up over here in our create side. So I've got an export bus here that's exporting all the items in round robin mode. So everything is exported in here, and then I just have a drawer with a puller upgrade pulling all of it back down. This is where our create automations are going to happen. So that's why I moved this up here. So the next thing that we need to do is get a drawer hooked up to this and get that stuff deconstructed. And then we need to hook up this, which is going to be another create automation. So we'll need the ice charge, the earth charge, fire charge, lightning charge, and the basic control circuit. The basic control circuit is pretty easy. The charges are pretty easy. We'll just need gunpowder, which we have not automated yet. The gunpowder, we do have a lot of gunpowder. Let's see, we've got 38,000, but that will actually end up going away very quickly. What we can do for gunpowder is smelting these boom shroom spores. We could mix coal, niter, and sulfur for gunpowder. This might be a good route to go for. If we had cinder flower and the potion of harming, which I don't think will go this route. I don't think that there's any special way in particular to be able to get spider eyes in a massive amount. So the boom shroom spores we can grow in the phytogenic insulator. And if we automated phytogrow, we'd be able to do that. Or the mixing recipe of coal, niter, and sulfur. We have not automated those yet. Maybe that's what we'll do. So over here I've got sulfur, niter, emerald, apatite, and fluorite set up. And I know that we need to automate those as well as raw uranium and ancient debris. That's why I set these here in these small rooms. So I think what I'm actually going to do is automate these. I figured it'd be a little bit easier for me to just explain this really quickly and let the other recording play in like 400% speed and let it not take 18 minutes to explain it. So here we go. These are each their individual own sub network. We'll take emerald, for instance. I have a buyer here that is buying emerald ore. And then we've got an AE2 subnetwork. So we've got an energy acceptor that is powering the network, which is disconnected from the rest of these. We've got these cable anchors here separating it from the other ones. So we have a buyer hooked up to an import bus. The importer is going to import into this small little subnet system, and the only place it is allowed to import to is this formation plane. So the formation plane will place the emerald in the world. Let's go ahead and grab out a couple of emerald ore. Actually, I can place these down and you can see it'll break them. And if we pull out a bunch of emeralds, we can see that it'll actually start to place it. So the importer is importing from the system and it will speed up on its own. There's no acceleration card in here. It will speed up on its own, and we can see this entangled block is hooked up to the emerald drawer that we have that's also connected to our system. So this emitter can see how many emeralds are stored on this system, which just contains this one storage block, this one frame drawer. And we can see that there are over 512 in there, so it's emitting a signal, and the importer has a redstone card set to active without a signal. So this will activate, and the formation plane places it down, and then the annihilation plane, which is enchanted with Fortune 3, breaks it and places it into the drawer. All 5 of these systems are set up the exact same way for sulfur, niter, emerald, apatite, and fluorite. And we can see in our system, if we look up emerald, that system is already there. We saw that, and we can hear it actually kick in. We can do the same thing with sulfur. If we take out our sulfur, we'll see that one start to activate. We can see the same thing with niter. We can hear that one activate with apatite and with fluorite. That one will activate over here. Sweet. So that's a little bit easier for me to explain in a little quick 3-minute video than watching a whole 18-minute video on me setting it up. There we go. So now we have sulfur, niter, emerald, and apatite processed. We can put these guys away, put that away. The buyer and the importer, these guys I'm going to need from over here, but I don't think we need those just yet. If we are going to go and super process gunpowder, we could mix it using sulfur, niter, and coal. And we could do that right now. So we could do that using the straw. And then we'll need bamboo to get that straw, and we can get that from the marketplace. We can get bamboo. To use the bamboo and put it into a straw, we need to automate this guy. Let's get a pattern provider. If we'll place the pattern provider here, the rolling mill there. We're gonna need a motor. And also another gate. We'll place him there and we'll crank it to the moon. Just import back in to here. We'll take a big boy pipe upgrade. And if we take bamboo, can we click it on there? Can we throw it in? Yep, and now we'll take our straw, and I don't think this gets used. It does get used, but no big deal. If we take an exporter, and we'll export lava. There we go. Now he's superheated, and then all we need to do to make a lot of gunpowder would be this right here. You can filter this to only make gunpowder. Coal, niter, and sulfur. We'll put that on round robin, and if we connect that, boom, gunpowder. So that's going to create a ton of gunpowder for us. We'll constantly have gunpowder coming in. That gets us one more step automated: the ice charge, earth charge, fire charge, and lightning charge. These need to be automated. Could export them into a sequential fabricator. So this is how I set up those other ones. In this interface here, we're going to need coal. And we'll say store 4 of them. Basal's powder, blitz powder, blizz powder, blaze powder as well. We're going to have to automate blaze powder. This to this side, this to this side. You'll just need to be here, and that's the north. North takes items. You are going to input and then export here. These are all good, so we need coal, basalts, blitz, blaze, and then lastly gunpowder. And the gunpowder, we're going to go up to 12. Okay, so in these guys we've got coal, basalts, gunpowder. Yes. You, and you. And we need, from Pretty Pipes, the stack limiter. Can I edit these here? No. gunpowder, 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 gold, gunpowder, gunpowder. And then we'll store 512 of them. There we go. And then hook this cable back up. And then we need to link those to those, and then we need to lock them. So all of those are automated. The only thing that we have left to automate now is this basic control circuit. So let's get another infuser. He's gonna go here. And then the backside is gonna be yellow. So that should pull those. Bing, bang. And you're also gonna be an output. There we go. So now those are coming in here. And then I'm going to need to export Osmium. You should be input and output. But we need power. That's fair enough. There we go. Now once again we're gonna lock him, and we've got a drawer controller or not here. There we go. Now we have access to these circuits. And that's all of them. Now we've got gunpowder. We've got essence. All we need to do is mix it and heat it. We're going to need another straw. Crank that to the moon. Bam, bam. We're going to lock you to that. And then we're going to need another drawer. Nice 1x1 drawer and a puller. Actually, we're not going to use a puller because I want to sell these also. This guy we're going to put there because we're going to use our seller. Yeah, I'll have an extra seller, but that's not a big deal. To be able to extract, and we want a pipe upgrade that says, can I do... You're going to whitelist that, and we're going to go distribution nearest first. So now you just need lava, ice charge, fire charge, or earth charge, fire charge, lightning charge, regular mechanical essence, and basic control circuit. And we're going to be round robin. Bing bang. Let you get superheated or just regular heated? Oh, I need the straw. My bad. Bam. There we go. Pop you in there, and then there it goes. So those are going to fill up, but we want to save. Do we want a stack or do we want 512? Or if we add in another one of these guys, what does it give us? It doesn't give us anything. It's just the one stack. What if we do this and add it again? No, there's no combination there. Does a stack work? What do we use these for? Skystone, logic chips, those guys. I don't know that we... I mean, we'll need a lot here. We have to cycle through this 20 times. But if we're producing it, it shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, I can't sell these anyway. Yeah, did you? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can't sell this anyway. I have to sell this guy. So we're going to need an osmium compressor. So this, we are going to place one here. So it does a bunch of them. And these guys are slow. So what we're going to do at mechanism is give us 8 of those and 8 of those. And then we also need, oops, the installer. This guy, this guy. I don't know how to craft these yet, but we will. You, and you. We'll split it. Let's change this to 4. There we go. And then if we get acceleration cards, yeah, sure, why not? We'll just put a stack in there. No big deal. So now what we need to do is set down an osmium compressor. What we need to do is put an entangled block here. Right? Because we want all of the extra to go into here. And we'll put an osmium compressor over here. Osmium compressor. Bucket. Oh, we need these guys. So if we place him down here, and he also needs osmium. Or we should run it this way. Interface, give me an osmium ingot. You're gonna be, your input on the back is gonna be your extra. Then you're gonna input from the top and output to the side. That's the wrong one. Nope, that's okay. Osmium, osmium, osmium. There we go. And then if I get another installer, I'm not going to need another installer. What I do need is the entangled block to link to you. And I also need power to go to you. And then if I do this, now he's going to import those. And now he's working. Ooh, he's very slow. Very loud. The muffler upgrade takes steel dust. I think it's 4. Yeah. So let's look at our upgrades. We've got speed, energy, and that's it. We're going through a lot of osmium, but that's not too big a deal. Okay, I have the buyer, or the seller here. And I could just... We're getting osmium. We're going to input and output to the top. Boom, there we go. Now we're making some money. Okay, so now we have the improved mechanical essence. So this guy needs to now be mixed. We need the elite control circuit, the refined fuel, bottle of enchanting, and fissile fuel pellets, along with the elite control circuit. So let's clean up our inventory. Let's put away things where they are supposed to go. Let's clear out all of this because we don't need any of that anymore. Let's look at the combiner. We've got the reinforced alloy going into the advanced control circuit, and we want to have that automated as well. I do have the combiner placed down here, so I think what we'll do is just expand on our mechanism automation going that way, just continuing to go into our pretty pipes. This guy is the next one we need to automate, which is the elite control circuit and the advanced control circuit. Infused alloys, basic control circuits, those are on automation. So we've got that guy. Probably should just set up a buyer for these infused alloys. And we're going to need another drawer. We're going to want downgrades in this guy for sure. We'll go with 512. 512 is a decent number, and then we also need another puller. So you, and nope. Take that out. We're gonna change that to the up. And then a buyer. We could probably deal with just one, right? And then take our alloy, place those in there, you and you. There we go. Lock and link. Everything's linked together. Now we have those and those automatically. So we can craft these guys, and we can do that. There is a assemblicator. So we could do this guy, pop him down there, and then the recipe import going to be on the back, and we'll output on the top. And over here we're going to need alloys, right? And then at pretty pipes, we're going to pop one guy in there. We're going to need you and you. Right? So if we say, hey, retrieve those and retrieve those. This guy. Craft single, craft available. Craft available. Okay, we need to lock that. So, isn't there some sort of card? Crafting formula. Crafting formula. Encode formula. Auto mode on. And then a drawer. We're going to put it there. Those go there. Right. And then we also need power once again. Place that guy in there. So lastly, our combiner, to be able to make these, is going to need an extra import, an import on the top, and we might as well set up another buyer. If we place you down, we configure you to save ourselves the trouble there. We take a look at our alloys. That's this guy. We go bam, bam, bam. And we say pull from the up. Now those are coming in. This guy is going to need, if we say your extra is on the back, your input there is on the top, then your output there, that's going to let us automate these. So your extra on the back does need this other alloy, which is here. And I didn't connect those. Bingo bongo. Alloy. And we're also going to want let's go with some limited item filters here. We'll say 8. And this guy will say 8. You're also going to want a retriever. Your retriever is going to be set to alloy. Bam, there it is. And then this other retriever going to be set to this guy. And then we want a drawer. Bam. And we will say your export automatically. And we want quickly those guys. So lock, configuration tool, controller, link you to all you guys. Nice. So now we can see all these building up. Cool, 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 cool. And that was a quest. That's this quest. We get another one. Neat. We've got blaze cakes automated. We automated those down here. I am going to move them. I automated them down here, but I'm going to move them up here into our mechanism room. And I need to eat. I was not able to run there. I'm going to move those automations up here with the other create stuff. I do want to upgrade. We need to lock this. And we need to link it as well. So, where are we at? Blaze cake, essence. Essence is the essence or survival. So there's two ways we could get the bottle o enchanting. We could use essence just in the dissolution chamber, and 250 millibuckets equals one of those, or we could use 250 and a glass bottle. I feel like the dissolution chamber is a better option. Okay, so I've got a ton of footage here that I need to edit. I've been recording for like an hour and a half. What I'm gonna do, we did not get to the inert mechanical essence, but we did knock out a bunch of stuff here. Next episode, I'll probably go ahead and automate this. I think I'm gonna just use the dissolution chamber recipe. That'll be this guy, and that means we'll be able to start work on our industrial foregrowing wing. That's there. So I'm gonna try and keep with the themes of, okay, mechanism, or I'm sorry, create is over here, mechanism is over there, thermal series is over here, we've got power tucked away into this corner, still running really great. This is like just a miscellaneous section. It'll just have some random things in it, maybe some more base decoration. Oh, I didn't mention this. I did move our controller. So the controller was up here. The controller was up here with our subnetwork, and I moved it down here. It was a little bit too compact up there. So I moved it down here and added onto our controller block. I'm not 100% certain that I like using the subnetwork. So we have our main network here, and I've got dense cables connected, and we can see like this dense cable is going over to our crafting processor. That's why there's all 32 channels used up. I do have an energy P2P set up here that I was kind of playing around with. But basically the P2P channels go down and connect into this top face of this controller, and then those P2P channels come out. It just saves us a little bit of space, or saves us a little bit of channels. We could run P2Ps and everything right from one controller. Maybe I'll do that in the future somehow, but I don't know. This is, I can understand if you are limited on resources, because using the P2Ps makes it so that you don't have to run dense cables everywhere. But if you're not limited on resources, I don't really see the problem in running dense cables everywhere. I mean, if you've got basically unlimited resources to make cables, what's the big deal of running cables? But between the episodes, I think I'm going to go ahead and get a couple more kind of lame automations set up, and then we'll get closer and closer to getting our inert advanced mechanical essence, and then using that we'll have to get some other resources automated here, which should be kind of fun. We'll get closer and closer, getting to the end of the pack. But thanks for stopping in, thanks for watching, and remember, any comments, likes, subscribes are really super appreciated, and they help out grow the channel. Thanks so much.